Have you ever really, and I mean really, looked at your own handwriting? Think about it. It's something you do almost every day, but that simple act of putting a pen to paper, well, it might just be telling a story you never even knew you were writing. Today, we're going to decode the secrets hidden inside just one single letter.
So, take a look at this. It's just one letter, the letter B, but every single one of these styles, every loop, every line, every single curve, it can be like a tiny window into our inner world. So, which one looks like yours? Stick with me here because by the end of this, you're going to have a much better idea of what your B is saying about you. So what we're exploring here is a field called graphology, basically the analysis of handwriting to figure out personality traits. Now, it's super important to get this straight, and the source material is very clear on this. This isn't fortune-telling. It's not about saying what's definitely going to happen. It's about identifying tendencies, potential parts of your character that might show up under the right conditions.
All right, so how do we even begin to decode this stuff? Well, first things first, we need a map. In graphology, every single letter you write actually lives within 3 different zones, and understanding what those zones mean is the absolute key to unlocking everything else. And you know what? It's actually pretty simple when you think about it. The upper zone is your head. It's where your ideas, your dreams, and your imagination live. The middle zone, that's your heart. It's all about your day-to-day emotions. And the lower zone, that covers your body, your physical drives, your instincts, and your connection to the material world. You know, things like money.
And this is why the letter B is so incredibly cool in graphology. Its tall stem literally reaches up into that upper zone, the world of thought. But its round belly sits smack in the middle of the middle zone, the world of feelings. So it's a direct visual bridge between how we think and how we feel. Okay, so let's step right into the personality gallery. We're going to check out a few of the most common ways people write the letter B and see what they suggest, starting with some of the more positive and productive traits.
Over on the left, we have the learner. See how simple and clean that is? This often points to someone who loves education, has a high intelligence, and is respectful of others. Now look to the right, at the innovator. You see that big loop in the stem? In graphology, that loop is a dead giveaway for a powerful imagination, a mind that is just buzzing with plans, new ideas, and the ability to visualize the future.
It's pretty wild how our jobs can sneak their way onto the page, right? This B here, that looks almost exactly like the number 6, often belongs to people who work with numbers all day, like accountants. And then notice the balanced B on the right. You can just see the perfect equilibrium between the top zone and the middle zone, the mind and the heart. This suggests a really well-adjusted, intelligent person who probably loves to read.
But it's not all positive personality traits. Handwriting can also act as a kind of early warning system. It can point to these hidden tensions, internal conflicts, or what our source material calls danger signs. And honestly, this is where the analysis gets really interesting.
I mean, according to graphologists, these aren't just little personality quirks. They can be signs of much deeper struggles that show up right there on the page. Things like resentment or a constant feeling that you're being taken advantage of.
So, our first danger sign is resentment. Let's break this down. See that long starting stroke, the one that dips way down before the letter even really begins? That's the key. It's reaching down into that lower zone, dragging a baggage from the past. This can signal a tendency to hold grudges, get angry easily, and feel like other people are always using you.
Okay, next up, I want you to look really closely at the bottom of this B. Do you see how it's not quite closed? There's a little gap. In graphology, this is a classic sign of what they call financial leakage. It could indicate someone who's a big spender, maybe someone whose expenses are always bigger than their income. In some cases, it can even hint at a lack of honesty.
Think about it. The letter B should be soft, right? It should have nice, smooth, round curves. So when you start seeing sharp, pointy angles where those curves are supposed to be, it's like a visual representation of internal tension. It can be a huge sign of anxiety, restlessness, and a mind that just will not stop overthinking things.
Now this one is probably the most serious sign we're going to talk about. A line that is broken or segmented like this, it suggests a real break in thought, or even a break in character. Graphologists often connect this with deception, and in more extreme cases, they even consider it a potential marker for criminal tendencies.
Okay, I know that last section was a bit heavy. After going through all those danger signs, you might be feeling a little worried, maybe looking at your own signature. But here is the most powerful, most hopeful part of this whole thing.
Identifying these signs is not a life sentence. Not at all. It's an opportunity to make a conscious change.
This whole idea is based on something called the reciprocal law. Basically, the connection between your brain and your hand is a two-way street. Sure, your mind tells your hand how to write, but you can also consciously tell your hand to write differently, which then sends new signals back to your brain. It's a feedback loop.
So this gives us a clear three-step path to change. First, you just have to recognize the signs in your own writing. Are there sharp angles? Is the bottom of your B open? Second, you practice. You consciously and deliberately write the letter B in a more balanced way. Make it rounded, make sure it's closed, keep the lines connected. The key is repetition. Over time, that simple physical act can actually help reshape the underlying thought patterns and feelings that cause the danger sign in the first place.
So we end right back where we started, but now you have a whole new way of seeing things. I want you to actually do this. Go grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, write a few sentences. And now, take a closer look at your letter B. After everything we've just gone through, what story is it telling you?